Hey guys, Alex Williamson here with The Secret History Inside of Your Aquarium. I wanted to talk to you guys today about something rather serious in my life, and it could be in yours too. Basically, I usually talk about science and history, and then once in a while I'll give an update on my plants and my critters. But today I'm going to be discussing a real turning point and change of the channel in that I'm hoping to support the channel, just the channel, not myself by any means, through Patreon. So I'm an artist and a graphic designer by day, and I have some flexibility in that, and that allows me to make these videos and things like that. But I also live in Seattle, which is one of the most expensive cities in the country to live in. We pay upwards of $2,000 a month just for a little 700 square foot apartment, and that's cheap compared to what our neighbors are paying. Beyond that, I'm keeping 3 fish tanks, and excitingly, my wife and I are starting a family. So hopefully, I will be able to do graphic design, mostly, meeting with clients and things like that in person a few days a week, and then also mostly being home because I don't want to miss for the world kids growing up. If I love my fish and I love my pets, and my wife, obviously, I can't miss a moment of my kids growing up. So this is all kind of a big life turning point, but it's why I've decided to monetize this channel, so to speak. So I don't want anyone to feel like you have to pay me money to be watching this channel. Obviously, you don't. You are paying time by getting ads and things like that, and one, you don't make much off ads. If your video is getting a million hits, yeah, you'll make some money off of each video, but it's not a lot of money. And this channel is really it's a drier channel, and it's a more detailed channel with longer videos. It's not for people with ADD in the sense of like, I'm gonna watch 3 minutes of this video and then I'm gonna skip channels. Like, people who are enjoying this channel and subscribing, a lot of them are watching, a 20-minute video about history and facts and data and names and dates, and it's more of a class where we're learning together than I don't know, like, hey, look at my cool fish. Look at all this stuff that I bought. Look at my 1,000-gallon tank with, 400 of this or that in it. And I mean, those channels are great. I love them, but that's not the place I'm in monetarily or where my heart's at. My heart's at living simple and taking good care of the fish I have and the shrimp I have, and basically informing you guys about everything related to this fish tank. So I love tying in the world events going on. Like, if something's going on in Venezuela that's caused cardinal tetras to not be imported for a month, like, you can bet I'm interested in that. Like, the first person to breed certain colors into guppy or Endler lines, I'm really interested in that. How they change colors, I'm interested in that. So it's a drier channel, and it's for special people like you who enjoy that. So because of that, you're not gonna be seeing probably, even a million subscribers ever. Like, even if everything went right, this is not the channel for people who aren't very passionate about fish nerd stuff. So seeing as that is the case, I would like to set up a Patreon, and every penny counts. And I know you guys hear that from other creators and things like that, but it really does. So if you can give $1 a month or five, that adds up. If we get, 50 people doing that, then I have a budget. The first bit of that would just be basically to feed and to care for the tanks and to allow me to use the hard to come by funds from my other job as an artist and a graphic designer at the moment, to use those funds to focus on taking care of all the bills and my family, obviously, but then freeing up enough time that I'm not actually losing money doing this. Like my hobby, the goal is to break even, and I hope that by making these videos and answering questions and engaging with you guys, that I one entertain you, and you would spend money on entertainment if you go to a movie or something like that. It's whatever, $15 now, $20 now to go out to a movie for the night with popcorn and stuff. Um, and I hope that you can sit down and watch hundreds of hours of information and videos from me in the future. Beyond that, I also want to set up experiments and try some new things. And so that's a little self-serving in the sense that, like, I would probably want to set up these videos and stuff, or set up these experiments and play with different fish species and things, regardless of if there's a crowd watching on the internet. But being that there is, and that I'm making these videos, I would love if they could pay for themselves on the project. So, like, let me walk you over here. Let me switch the can I do that? No, I can't switch the camera around. So this is going to be a little bit of a janky video. By the way, I just want to show you, so if you're interested in being a Patreon supporter, I want to show you some of my artwork. So I do a lot of natural animals and organic imagery, anatomical imagery. I do a little bit of abstract stuff, but I love focusing on where I live in the Northwest. I love focusing on scientific stuff, botanical stuff, and fish stuff. And I do illustrations, I do paintings, I do graphic design, all that stuff, snowboard art, skateboard art. And that is going to be involved in the rewards for Patreon. So the first level tiers, I'm sitting in front of this tank because this tank is a new shrimp setup that you'll have seen in videos, and it is a experimental tank. Instead of buying almond leaves and things, I'm using local leaves. I'm culturing different microorganisms and feeding shrimp those from local based sources, things like that. Like all this stuff I have in the works for you guys that I want to try out. And you know, I dropped a good $300 on a silly 10-gallon when everything was said and done, with the critters in there and the parts and the grow light and a decent heater and filter and all that stuff. And I guess so basically I want your input here. So if I'm asking for your support in sponsoring me, I would love to get your opinion on, like, what should we try? What do you want to know? What do you want to find out? What don't you want to risk your own equipment doing or your own critters doing? Now, I'm not going to do something that's, like, obviously going to hurt the animals, but if it's something that's, like, it might end up being, like, not a great idea. Like, maybe they stop breeding because of it, because I'm putting blackberry leaves in the tank or something crazy like that instead of almond leaves, then I'm happy to do that for you guys and learn with you, and then look at the science of, like, why didn't that work? Or maybe it works great and, like, it's the new vogue and we can all do it. But early supporters of this Patreon, I'm simply just asking for like $1 or $2 a month. And if you think I've earned it, if you just tune in once in a while, then don't worry about it. Like, just watch the video and enjoy. Sorry about the ads Google or AdSense runs in between stuff or in between channels when you're doing that, because I want you to be able to sit back and enjoy and get entertainment on this channel. But as the rewards go up as you support more, so if you are supporting me at, say, $10 a month, I am willing to engage with you and try things on the channel, make videos, make a 20-minute video about something you're interested in. I am more than happy to help you troubleshoot your tank and to figure out what's going on if something's off, or If I don't know, which obviously I don't know everything, I don't know a lot of things, but I do know people who may know. And I'm willing to put in the time and the research to keep trying to bring you guys quality content about, geology, botany, botanical stuff, all sorts of stuff. So, I just wanted to let you know what was going on. I'm not begging for free money so I can like retire or have this be my job. I'm not trying to sell swag or products or not swag. That's like slang for crappy weed or something. But swag. I'm not trying to sell a swag of my own company. Um, Basically, this is just to keep the channel going and so I can interview cool people and go cool places and spend some time on it, and the hobby can support itself with less of a loss. Because, if I keep doing this, if I keep getting new species and plants and things like that, it will be operating at quite a loss. You know how expensive aquarium stuff is, and right now I've only got about 80 gallons running in my house, but if we keep increasing that and growing as a channel together, that can get really expensive, especially with like raising crystal shrimp if we get into that or whatever. But I want you to help me decide on the direction of the channel. And with those Patreon levels higher, if you want to do a one-time donation or something like that, I'm happy to do some art for you. So you can check out my art at Soma Inc. Designs.com. So that's www.somaink designs, Soma Inc. Designs.com. And that has a bunch of my visual art, my illustrations, a lot of cool fish and crustacean related stuff, cephalopod stuff, octopus, squid, cuttlefish, that kind of thing. And a lot of it's kind of psychedelic and busy and scientific, anatomically integrated imagery with natural imagery, and kind of surreal mixed with totally real things, maybe just in vivid colors or in busy line work. I was a tattoo artist for years, and so I get some of my crazy, hectic line work and a lot of Sumi ink illustrations I do. Plus, I'm a publisher. I have a couple books published, including one on mushrooms, and I illustrated all the botanical ID information, and as well as released a coloring book called The Fungus Among Us that's on Amazon and things. But basically, I just wanted to come out, be clear. I'm going to put the links in the description of the videos about what I'm doing here with the Patreon. You'll see the rewards. There's going to be really cool ones, like I'll do a big old painting for you if you want to donate a whole bunch to this channel. I'll do, more interactive. I'll answer your question. I'll come to your house, feature your grow out of plants or your breeder tanks or your prize winning guppies or whatever it may be. I'm happy to take requests if that's something you'd like, and if it's something we can teach people about and you know way more about it than I do, which I'm sure all of you guys know something about something way more than I do, whatever that may be. But I wanted to let you know what was going on and that my life is kind of entering a new phase. It's exciting and everything, but the aquarium hobby definitely needs to support itself with how expensive cost of living is, and then my chosen path of being ridiculous and being a graphic designer and artist who's freelance. So I'll leave a link to the Patreon, and I think it's going to be called The Secret History Living in Your Aquarium, and or something to that effect. Maybe something with Soma Inc. or Soma Inc. Designs, like my other website. And that's it. So sorry for saying so many times. I'm a little nervous talking about money and asking for money of sorts, but I really feel like I want to trade you guys for that money. Like, I want to give you something quality. I want to entertain you. I want to send you guys awesome things or teach you guys new things. Feature something really cool when we hit certain numbers or goals. And I don't have a line of anything that I'm intending to sell. So, short of my art, which is kind of a separate business. So this is for the channel. This is for you guys, and this is so I can spend 20 hours a week researching this and going to different spots and things and learning about these animals and biomes just like you are. So thank you for staying tuned. I appreciate it if you've stayed tuned this long. I know this is a boring, dry, long video just like the other one. But I wanted to come out with my feelings on Patreon and how people choose to make money or if they choose to make money. And I just don't have the luxury to have a job that makes enough money that I can do this hobby and the channel without it breaking even or half even or, like making a little bit of money so I can feed the fish or pay for the electricity, for instance. If I can do that, that's great. That's the goal. If it goes beyond that, then that just means more awesome content for you guys, buying more equipment or special things for the channel, and then also buying new breeds of species that we can get into, learn their behaviors, and explore all sorts of things about that, their life cycle, their evolution, other people breeding them. And then also, if it's possible, if you're in the US, I'm happy to send you some of my other art, my coloring books, my published books, and signed prints. That's what I do for a living. That's how I make my bread and butter. But I haven't fused the two together, my love of animals and aquatic life and science with my day job. And so I'm doing that now through Patreon, and I hope you guys enjoy. I hope you understand. I hope I'm not upsetting anybody by doing this. I'm not asking for a free handout. Also, I'm happy to give away fry and things like that to Patreon supporters. If I've got extra of any sort of shrimp or guppies or endlers, I'm happy to get that out to you guys so you can have it for supporting me. And like paying for the shipping, like that's where the Patreon money would come in handy, honestly. So that's kind of just a break-even deal so I can engage with you guys. And that's why I'm doing this, and I hope you understand. I hope you still enjoy the channel. Nothing's changing on the channel for now. It's still going to be the same format that it's been. It's a new channel. I've done this in other venues, given lectures, nature talks, and things like that. I've gotten paid to do those things, but I would rather reach more people and have the people who love these things just like I do, who can teach me something too, be involved through YouTube and have a more dedicated but condensed and awesome fan community of the same things I'm a fan of. So, long video, but thanks for staying tuned, and I care about you guys. Take care of your fish, take care of yourselves, keep on swimming in this world, and I'll talk to you next time. Thanks, guys.